Hi, and welcome to another Creativity Catalyst video training. What is creativity? Today, I want to talk about how creativity is basically just solving a problem. Now, all innovations, all inventions is really just creativity solving a problem. Some are obvious and big problems, like the invention of the car, internet, appliances, skyscrapers, the wheel, how to make bread en masse. These are big, obvious works of art, really, but it's also just seen as an invention, but it really is just creativity because it was solving a problem that either the individual or the world needed. And at the same time, creativity is also, I always tell the story of a mum who needs to find wipes because she's just run out or she forgot to put it in her baby bag and she's faced with a punami, right? That is solving a problem, and you're going to need some decent creativity to somehow fix the mess that you're in, right? Mums, you totally know what I'm talking about here. And so the thing is, though, there are some problems that aren't obvious or, practical, like a lack of beauty in your life, living in a dull, boring space that really brings you down and makes you depressed. But it's still a problem. Play, having fun and joy, it is something that we need and humanity needs, and creative projects, hobbies, they help solve that problem. Beauty, expression, and play. This is part of, this is why, you buy a beautiful cup, right? A cup is a cup, really. A cup is a cup, it's a cup. But there are some fun, quirky, really beautiful cups that kind of expresses who you are inside, or just have that sense of fun and self-expression, or it's just beautiful. And it does solve that problem for you about how you can have a little bit of fun in your life, have a little bit of play, but also by expressing yourself in that way, by just, drinking your morning coffee, right? That is creativity solving a problem. Uh, and it's also a way where art and creative projects and the things that you know that use your creative ability in your practice to do is because it gives you a way to communicate and speak a language that's beyond words. Um, and we kind of intuitively know that, but we don't sometimes realize and truly see how creativity sometimes it is just something simple like solving a problem. And we probably do it all the time and not realize that we are exercising our creativity in those moments. We are more than just walking robot meat sacks. We have a divine connection. I think all of us internally, in whatever flavor your spirituality is, I think we all know that we are always seeking that divine connection, to always connect and be present with it, and to have a relationship, with God and spirit. And so I believe arts and our creativity is a way to express that intangible and bringing it into the sensory, tangible world, right? And this is also then where creatives express for the sake of expression because of that yearning, for that connection for the divine. And how do we solve that problem? We express that yearning, we express that relationship through dance, movies, music, poetry, paintings, art. That's creativity, really, just solving a problem. And so this is where how do you kind of bring that into your life, right? I created this Creativity Catalyst course because I know there are moments where we kind of doubt our creativity, as creatives, even if if you're doing it like professionally for your work. But there are moments where you're just like stuck and you're feeling like maybe I've lost the creativity, or maybe I wasn't actually creative in the first place, and or you're just overwhelmed by all the possibilities and all the ideas and all that there is to do. And what you need really sometimes is just a simple structure, something, an anchor for you to kind of lean on. And so that's why in the course I gave these prompts for you. It's 25 days so that there is like a specific structure from which within you can try and play and work on your creativity and use those problem solving creative skills and those muscles and to exercise them. And so, okay, I want to give you a bit before we go 3 exercises of how you can tap into your creativity. Now that you're seeing it from that solving problem perspective, and I hope that that kind of expanded your perspective, which is the whole point of why we're here for the Creativity Catalyst Club, is I want to give you this a little bit of structure that, or just ideas for you to kind of go on your day. And this way, it's not just a structure that you can lean on and just kind of, I'll just follow what Brenda said about these exercises, but at the same time, it can give you a contrast to things that either resonates or doesn't resonate with you and your style of doing. And that's when you again realize, hey, I do have that creativity in me, and I do have a specific way and a specific calling to bring out that creative expression. And nurturing that creativity is why we are here. And so 3 exercises. 1, something simple like taking a different route home from work or from wherever it is that you're at today. Just taking a different route, because this, first of all, requires a little creativity, but also it's functional and it solves a problem. It means that you have to be aware of your usual routines and your usual kind of almost ruts where you like don't even have to think about it anymore. So you're not using that problem solving and therefore creativity muscle. So find a different route home from work today. I know it might be out of your way, but again, it's something that is part of your everyday. It is a simple, quick prompt, and it also at the same time helps you to start thinking of a different way, of different perspective, or just, just to kind of stir the pot a little within and use those creative muscles in a simple way. That's the first activity, first exercise. A second one would be pick a favorite artwork, whether that is a painting or a picture or photo, favorite song, a dance, jewelry piece, whatever it is that is kind of resonates with you. For me, that might be ceramics or tapestry. And then what you do is you write it down in your journal, sketchbook. We do a lot of journal writing and self-reflection in the course because you may not be a writer, and I'm definitely not one, but I find it is a great way, and there is even scientifically a link between just handwriting down onto a piece of paper and just that idea. It's almost like you're communicating with yourself. And because it takes a while from brain to hand to paper, it just gives you time to kind of almost distance yourself from your own thoughts. But at the same time, that habit becomes a way that you can self-reflect and grab ideas and all that kind of stuff. So pick your favorite artwork, put it in your journal, sketchbook or phone or whatever it is, and then write out in a different medium from the actual artwork. So if you picked a photo, maybe then you got to do words. If you picked a poem, then maybe draw a picture or write a song, like just a different medium so that you're not just repeating the same thing. And what you're creating then is an interpretation of that artwork about why you like it, or what is it that reminds you of? Is it a memory? Is it something that resonates with you and what it is? And so this is about being aware. It is solving the problem about how you just consume or absorb the beauty and inspiration from something that you love, but then how do you interpret it and bring it from that sense to a different art form, even if it is something that you're not comfortable with, and it probably even better if it is. And this is supposed to be a fun, quick exercise just to try and then to at the same time exercise that problem solving creative muscle, but also at the same time you're doing that self-reflection and connecting within to your creativity and what it is that inspires you, because that is all part of your creativity. Noticing things that resonate is probably because it speaks to a part of you that will then add to the part of you that wants to express your creative project or your creative practice. So that's the second exercise. A third exercise for you would be to answer this question in your journal, or just think about during your day, is if you could gain a new skill and be the best in the world at, what would it be? What would it be? And, spend 5 minutes to write like a page or two on it. And use the problem solving skills here and tap into your wild imagination and your creativity. A new skill, right? Maybe fantasy, do both. Maybe do both actually. One, it's like a fantasy one, like X-ray vision or the ability to fly. And why it is that you want to do that and be the best at, and what that would mean for your life, and what would the world then look like, and how would your life be like. Exercise that fully. And also maybe do like an actual real skill. Is it numbers, cooking, languages, I don't know, painting, whatever it is. That is just the one new skill that you're going to gain auto magically, and then be the best at. And what would that look like? What would that mean? What would your world and life be like? This exercise your problem solving skills and your creativity and really go wild in your imagination. And so pick one of those or do all three. It's up to you. I hope that brings out a sense of fun, but at the same time makes you then aware of how you're problem solving all the time. All day, really, and you really are using your creativity, just maybe not in a traditional sense or in a specific project that you would like it to be, but the fact that you're exercising that and you're connecting with it, and now that you can be more mindful and aware of it, it also deepens your relationship with your creativity. And I really hope that was really useful and helpful. And it gives you a taste, really, because like I said, it gives you a structure. You could just follow these exercises exactly, or you can use your creative license and think of something else. Maybe it sparked a different idea. And this is the kind of structure I want to give in the course, because then the contrast is where you can then see what it is that resonates with you and what doesn't. And you also then, at the same time, if you don't want to see the contrast, is when you're given a box, and you have to find a solution and a way, but still stay within that box, that is when you can really push your creativity and really kind of find new ways and new perspectives of doing it, and really exercise those creative muscles. So have fun again with one of the 3 exercises, and I will see you in the next video.